welcome back to Let's Replay Mystery Case Files MillionHeir. I'm MCFPapa and this is part 11. And before we get on to Manny Cotti, I just want to quickly show off, if you close the DS and then open it up again, I believe you can do this immediately upon starting the villain section, but I forgot to do it. But you can play a tic-tac-toe mini game. And also play the fun-filled DNA minigame. And also you can look at and visit Madame Fate again. But I believe you can only get Madame Fate if you visited her earlier in the game. But anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's go on to Manny Cotti. Sacre bleu, you startled moi. And look, the omelette. I have turned the pepper mill one turn too many. She is ruined. Alors, finish what you are doing quickly. Something else I'd like to talk about in this game is that in this, like, the crime computer seems to have, like, an AI of its own and talk to you. But in every other MCF game, it doesn't really even seem to have that, which is weird. Because you'd think they would want to have the crime computer be its own character, but then later on they don't. Maybe the crime computer did have an AI in, like, Dire Grove and that, but it just chose to remain silent, and because we were so ungrateful, we just used it as a video player and a hint provider and nothing else. I mean, it makes sense for it to be an AI, because else how would it know where to find objects for you when you get a hint from it? Oh, the turtle is gone from here. So maybe I was wrong in the last part. And actually, if you find stuff with the X-ray, then it actually despawns and you won't need to look for it again. I don't know. I could have sworn I had found objects multiple times even in this gameplay session. Like this playthrough of the game from the same location. I honestly forget what Manny Cotti's secret is. That's pretty conspicuous, just the giant knight on a horse. And this location at least does make really good use of the underwater goggles. Oh, there's the cake, but of course I can't click on it now because I'm not in the proper form. I'm in the X-ray, and it's just silly to click on normal objects when you're using the radioactive X-ray machine. Oh, that's a cat. I wondered what that was. I thought that was another alien or something. It is pretty interesting, though, that, like, your items go into the little DS instead of into, like, a satchel or something, like what's standard for the other classic Mystery Case Files games. Well, except for Madame Fate. That's not a vase or a vase. Okay. I guess that was more of like a picture. Oh, I know where the starfish is, because I had clicked on it several times thinking it was the star before. Now, Manny Cotti has a dog tag for their signature image, like item to find fingerprints on. Like, it doesn't even matter, like, what direction you go as long as you connect them all. This is impressive. Your manipulation of hidden manner has hit the mark. This is the moment of the truth. No, 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 it cannot be. How did you know? Yes, the great Manny. He has not sold one single recipe, and so he has to gather the little puppies and collect the reward monies. It is too much. Please leave, detective. Manny's appetite, it is ruined. Yeah, now I know I didn't remember Manny Cotti's secret, because it's just so lame. Oh, he's a dog catcher. Okay. What does that have to do with anything? He doesn't even, like, catch the dogs and, like, cook them in his food. Like, that would be interesting. I guess let's go investigate Leo Ryan. Our motivations for investigating him are because he went to Phil's mansion and took a post-it note with the constellation Leo written on it. Man, he must be a villain with hard evidence like that. Ho ho, my favorite detective returns. Signs point to a needless victory, so why don't you save us both the trouble and just give me everything? Very well, continue then. I have some comets to catch in my telescope. I didn't even notice before that Big Dipper was missing part of it. I believe I had a lot of trouble in like one of the other playthroughs of this game, like when I did it for the non-commentary playthrough. I think I had a huge amount of trouble finding the flashlight. Of course, that was a few years ago now, so I'm again gonna have trouble finding the... Oh no, I didn't have trouble finding the flashlight. Yeah, and you'd think since Manny Cotti's a dog catcher, we would have visited the dog suite as a location in his level. But I guess that would have made too much sense. Now we just take the hinge off the door so it'll fall off when someone else tries to use it. Really good plan. I thought for sure I could remember that the pistol was down here at the bottom to find. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, now again though, they could have used the inner scenes in some of these locations, but they don't for some reason. Really? 4 X-ray items? That's pretty weird. Oh, that's interesting that the train animation stopped when you're picking up an item. I wonder why they decide to have 4 things here, if that's just a random thing or if it was like a deliberate choice. Yeah, but the mouse is gone from this scene. So I guess maybe I didn't get the wrench in the one scene. I just pointed it out. Oh, now that's creepy. Like the little gnome figurine actually has a skeleton to it. Huh. Okay, now why am I having trouble finding a spoon? Especially with the x-ray, it should be really easy to find out. That's why, because it's small. And it's in the pineapple for some reason. I don't know how a spoon got in a pineapple. But there you go. Oh, I never noticed this before, but there's actually like a field outside. Like this is just an old crop duster plane or something. Another one with 4 x-ray items. Huh. And no interactive items, surprisingly enough. Remember where the wrench is. I had such trouble finding it before. Now, I found the squirrel before. I know I've found the squirrel before, and it's there. But the key, which I found twice before, I'm 99% sure isn't there. So maybe just the x-ray items respawn if you need to find them, but otherwise they don't respawn. And Leo Ryan's signature item is a piece of cheese, because I guess the moon's made out of cheese. I don't know how that didn't register right the first time. Stellar, Detective, your legwork has landed this lunar lecturer in language. Why don't you check up on Lee? It's interesting that the crime computer, like, gives some alliteration for every one of these villains. Goodness, you're still here? Your constant stooping has caught me in a rather awkward spot, hasn't it? Okay, I've been snacking on the moon after hours. It's made of green cheese, naturally. Frightfully expensive stuff, the moon. I needed to sell Phil's overdue library books for the cash. Please, Detective, I'm a man of science. Do not turn me in. Now, that's a pretty weird secret, but at least it's not as lame as just being a dog catcher. Anyway, that'll do it for this part, so like and subscribe if you want. I'll see you next time when we investigate the last 2 potential villains.